Here are the top 10 highest grossing arcade games of all time. Please leave a like while the intro plays. How's it going, everybody? My name's Jordan with Basement Collectibles, and if you like arcades, comics, toys, and movies, please consider subscribing for more great content. I don't know about you guys, but I used to love going to arcades when I was a kid. Going on family vacations, if there was an arcade, I'd like to stop by. My parents would give me a few quarters to play, give them some time off as well. But I just loved even just walking by the aisles with all the games playing, all the sounds, watching people play, finally be able to get good at some of the games, to be able to not have to wait in line to play too long for an arcade game. So here are my top 10 highest grossing arcade games. So at number 10 is Nintendo's 1981 Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong for cabinet sold was over 132,000. Revenue by 1982 was over $280 million, and in the inflation in 2021 would be up to $768,555,025. I remember this game as a kid. Really difficult, obviously trying to dodge all the barrels. And fun fact, this was actually Mario's first appearance in a video game. At number 9, we have Mortal Kombat. Cabinet sold for Mortal Kombat was over 24,000. Revenue by 2002 was $570 million, and the inflation adjusted in 2021 was over $1.5 billion. This game for me, I think one of the best fighting games. I know Street Fighter's hard to beat, but with the blood and the gore, I just remember everybody was lined up to play this game at the local donut shop. And when it finally came out for the console, I remember getting it for Sega Genesis. Still remember the blood code ABACABB, and just one of the classic fighting games of all time, especially with the gore. So at number 8, we have Mortal Kombat 2. Cabinet sold just over 27,000. Revenue by 2002, over 600 million. And the inflation adjusted in 2021 would be over $1.6 billion. I remember buying the magazines for this that was showing that the cabinet was coming out. Really excited, all those new characters like Baraka. Just loved this game even more. Graphics got even better. The gore got even better. Just a classic game, probably my favorite out of the three. So at number 7 is Asteroids. Asteroids is a vector graphic classic from 1979, inspired by the first fully fledged video game Space War. Asteroids was built using hardware from the early Atari vector coin-op Lunar Lander. Cabinet sold on this was over 100,000. Revenue by 1991, 800 million. And the inflation adjusted for Asteroids in 2021 would be $2.1 billion. I didn't really play much of Asteroids. I remember seeing the arcade, but I only played it a few times. Number 6 on the list is Defender, featuring an intimidating number of buttons and enemy ships whose behavior patterns were extremely sophisticated for the period. Defender was one of the most memorable shooters by the early 80s. Cabinet sold over 60,000. Revenue by 1993 was $1 billion, and the inflation adjusted in 2021 would be $2.7 billion. At number 5 on the list is NBA Jam, one of my favorite sports arcade games of all time. Cabinet sold 20,000. Revenue by 1994, $1.1 billion, and the inflation adjusted rate in 2021 would be over $3 billion. I remember playing this, going out to movie theaters and that. You know, at least we got 4 people playing on it. You always end up going into overtime. Always, score was really tight to want you to play more, throw in more quarters, and they did a great job marketing it. And it's too bad Michael Jordan didn't want to participate. So number 4 on the list is Ms. Pac-Man. Cabinet sold 125,000. Revenue by 1987, $1.2 billion, and the inflation adjusted in 2021 would be just over $3.2 billion. This was definitely my favorite Pac-Man / Puckman arcade game. Really enjoyed the mazes over Pac-Man, and great job by Bally Midway for just adding a bow to Pac-Man and calling it Ms. Pac-Man. And at number 3, arguably one of the best fighting arcade games of all time, is Street Fighter II, and this is a combination of Street Fighter II and Championship Edition. Cabinets sold over 200,000. That was 60,000 of Street Fighter II and 140,000 of Championship Edition. Revenue by 1985, $2.3 billion, and the inflation adjusted rate in 2021 would be over $6.3 billion. I definitely remember playing this game in the arcade. This probably was or had the biggest lineup to play. I remember if you started being cheap in the game by just pressing all the buttons or at least one button, like E Honda with his arm in that too, people would get really ticked off. Almost fights would break out too while playing this game. But yes, one of the best games definitely by Capcom. At number 2 is Space Invaders. The machine was launched in Japan in June 1978 and swiftly became a cultural phenomenon. By the end of the year, an incredible 100,000 coin ops had been installed across the country. Such was an immense popularity, the sheer volume of people shoveling money into the coin slots created a temporary shortage of the 100 yen coin. Cabinets sold 360,000. Revenue by 1982, $2.7 billion, and the inflation adjusted rate in 2021 would be over $7.4 billion. And the highest grossing game of all time is Pac-Man by Namco from 1980. Cabinets sold 400,000. Revenue by 1990, $3.5 billion. And the inflation rate in 2021 would be over $9.6 billion. I remember this playing this game in pizza parlors, and one of my friends down the street actually had a cocktail cabinet in their basement, and I remember just playing it all the time. Loved the game, really difficult, but didn't really seem to get boring going over the same maze, or not even getting past the first level most of the time on a couple lives. But again, great idea. Great game, still holds up to this day. So what did you think of the top 10 highest grossing arcade games? Please leave any comments down below of which one was your favorite game that you used to play. Do you own any of these games in your collection? And again, thanks for watching, guys. I've noticed that about 20% of the people viewing my channel is subscribed, and 80% is just coming by to say hi. So if you can, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, guys, I really appreciate you watching, and have a great day. Here is my 500th subscriber giveaway contest. You have a chance to win Strange Academy #1 in a 9.8. All you have to do is like, comment, and be subscribed to my channel. Good luck, everybody.